Have you found out who Clarissa is yet?
No.
Perhaps one of us should try and listen in on his conversation. Fine.
Hold on 1 second. Jim Cat. Okay, what was I saying?
How about you try it, Percy?
How about you go nosedive into a tank full of sharks?
Was it something I said? Hello Smeggies, I'm back from my adventures in the Lake District. If you wish to see what I got up to, you can check out my vlog playlist. I shall put a link to that in the description below.
But you are still going to talk about it, aren't you?
Why question the inevitable? I also made a short film on how to survive camping.
You made a short film? Was it the Queen's birthday?
I do make them, now and then. Anyway, I'm going to do another 3 likes, 3 dislikes and 1 love about camping in the Lake District. I shall start with my likes. My first like was the stunning scenery. Obviously there are plenty of lakes, it is called the Lake District after all. There are beautiful mountains everywhere and we even got to travel by ferry to Peel Island where there is a castle.
Did you just say mountains?
Shush Harley, I'll get to that. My second like was the campsite, Bays Brown Farm. It wasn't perfect, no campsite is, but it was peaceful and spacious and it had beautiful surroundings.
And cheap?
Yes Fred, it was cheap, because as we all know, I'm a cheapskate. Now let's move on to my final like. The roads were awesome. And I don't mean that they were in great condition, what I mean is that they wound around, they went up and down. Sometimes the roads went so narrow that you couldn't get 2 cars through at the same time. And I love those types of roads. Anyone who loves driving would agree. Now on to my dislikes. My first dislike is that on one of the nights the temperature dropped below freezing. I know this because the sleeping bag I was using keeps you comfortable to -1 degrees. And I ended up covering both Harley and I with a second sleeping bag. And I was wearing a hoodie with the hood up to keep myself warm. My second dislike was
The mountain.
Wait, I'm getting to it. My second dislike is that in many towns and villages I was unable to go into shops because I had Harley with me. Not all of them though. I found a cafe in Whitehaven that not only allowed dogs in, but gave them complimentary treats and water. Oh, and a few pubs too.
That's the cheesiest smile ever.
My final dislike was climbing mountains. I know. Why did I do it? Okay, here's the situation. I have climbed Ben Nevis, the tallest mountain in Scotland. I've also climbed Snowdon, the tallest mountain in Wales.
I did too.
Yes, we know. So I decided to complete the 3-peak challenge by climbing Scafell Pike, the tallest mountain in England. And it was the second hardest thing I've ever done.
What was the first?
The Sheffield Half Marathon. The trek to the top of Scafell Pike took us over 4 other mountains and took us almost 9 hours to get up there and back down again. As a matter of fact, the closer we got to Scafell Pike, the tougher the climb got. I even had to start using my hands to get up to the summit. I'm still aching from it now.
Me too.
Worse still, when I got there I was talking to some other climbers who'd come up a different route and it turns out that takes only 1/3 of the time. Which I confirmed by looking at a map. Ugh. Needless to say, I will never ever go up there again. Mind you, the views from up there were incredible. So, on to my love, exploring. I love to explore. At heart, I'm an adventurer. That's what I got to do for 5 whole days and it was bliss. No matter how difficult it got, from climbing mountains. Okay, I'm behind here now where there's barely any wind and the clouds have moved away so you can now get a good view of everything. Well, I say no clouds, there's a lot coming around that way now. That's way cool. Harley's found some new fans with this lot. To following the coast and finding an island to visit that had a castle. Sorry for the wind, I really am. If you can't hear me, I'll have to subtitle this if I remember what I've said. We'll see. And of course the castle, so I'm going to go and have a look at now. To finding a town where you can see Scotland and the Isle of Man. Over there is Scotland, pretty much where Harley comes from. I'm not exactly certain about that. Maybe. And it also states that way over there is the Isle of Man. Right there. Yeah. But my interest lies in one thing. Finding a place to go to the toilet. To visiting vast lakes. And I'm so glad I have. It is awesome. Harley likes it too, don't you? Yep. Nod of approval. It was all an adventure. So there you have it. That was my 3 likes, my 3 dislikes and my 1 love.
Wait, you didn't mention the rain.
What rain? We had a bit of drizzle on the first 2 nights whilst we were sat in the tent, and that was it. In fact, at the end of my trip whilst I was in Windermere, I came back looking like this. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Thanks for watching and subscribing if you have. Until the next time, peace out. If you ever mention climbing up a mountain ever again, I will bite your leg. Well, actually you still need to go to Ben Nevis to complete your 3-peak challenge. You don't have to, you don't have to! So I just want to talk about the climb up a mountain. I've done it 3 times now. Well, these mountains anyway. The 3 tallest in the UK. And there's like a sort of pattern that happens when you're going up. At first you're all energetic and you're like, yeah, this is going to be easy, I'm not going to have problems. And then the sweat starts. And of course if you're like me, when you're going up Ben Nevis and you've got brand new boots and they start rubbing on your foot and it causes something like this. That clip's from my Scotland holiday video. I ended up with a great big blister on there. But I digress. But there's a certain point, I don't think I did it on Snowdon, but I definitely did it on Ben Nevis and going up to Scafell Pike. There's a certain point where you start losing your mind. You start going stir crazy. Seriously. Because a part of your brain saying, look, just stop doing this, turn around and go back. But then there's another part of your brain saying, but you're almost there. So when you get to the top and you're like, yes, brilliant, you get that brilliant feeling of getting there, and you start taking your pictures, start checking out the views and taking the pictures of the views. Of course then you've got to get back down. And that's why I'm saying I will never do that one again. Ever.